no matter how big or small your dreams are, it doesn't matter. As long as you believe in it, as long as you believe in yourself and that you work hard until that dream becomes a reality. Because guess what? If you can visualize yourself achieving something, chances are you will.
I have struggled with feelings of unworthiness for as long as I can remember. I was never the object of anyone's attention. I felt like I didn't belong. I decided that the way to cure these feelings of unworthiness was perfection. Simple, right? If I was just perfect, then I would fit in. I would be chosen. I would really be happy. My self-esteem was high when I got good grades and felt included, but crashed when I didn't do well academically or was left out. Barely giving myself time to breathe, to think, to be. My attention turned to trying to find a relationship to fill the void. The anxiety and ups and downs I experienced in this quest were exhausting. I began to question my attractiveness. Despite these questions, I held on to the hope that if I could just find someone to love me, then I would finally feel worthy. Right after starting a new relationship or getting a good grade, I felt worthy. But soon enough, my feelings of self-worth slipped away, and I was on to pursuing the next thing. As soon as I reached the bar I had set for my worth, it was raised. I'm standing here today because after several years of therapy, spiritual growth, and a PhD in clinical psychology, I have begun to cultivate an unconditional self-worth. I'm embracing myself, quirks and all. And this new path is liberating, enlivening, and life-giving. Unconditional self-worth is the sense that you deserve to be alive, to be loved and cared for, to take up space.
Are you ready for who you are becoming? Are you ready for your next best season? Are you ready to be anything and everything that you could have imagined and then some? No sprinkle fairy dust, no potion lotion, no magic wand, just strong, resilient women. Are you ready to be unapologetically you? I look at my life and how it landed here. And I look at the journey that landed me here. And the first part of the journey had a lot of bumps and a lot of tidal waves and a lot of stop signs. And I realized that every stop sign I needed, every bump slowed me down. You know, every betrayal gave me an opportunity to exercise my forgiveness muscle. And all of a sudden, everything that I've been through needed to occur so that I am a better woman today. If we can use every ingredient that's ever come into our path to make us who we are today and love her, embrace her, be her unapologetically, then who does the world get when they get you? They get the best version of you.
Now I know that when there's something that we really want to achieve, or there's a dream that we really want to happen in our lives, it's so easy to think about all of the ways that it's not going to happen, or that we're not good enough, or it's too big of a dream to come true. And what tends to happen is that all of this negative space, it becomes too big that we even fail even before we try. And that's one of the worst things that could happen. Before we even think of all that negative space, how about we focus on all of the ways that we're going to make that dream a reality? How hard are you going to work? What sacrifices are you willing to make? And what risks are you willing to take so that at the end of the day, all that positivity will outweigh that negative space?
What are you willing to do differently when you wake up tomorrow? Are you willing to carve out some me time, some she time, some we time?
We receive so many messages that we are not okay the way we are. We're told that we need to change our bodies, our clothes, our jobs, even our personalities to be acceptable. For many of us, our self-worth is tied to our accomplishments and possessions. And as soon as we fail or lose approval, we experience low self-worth. Unconditional self-worth is the antidote to low self-worth. Unconditional self-worth is a way out of self-criticism, shame, and unhealthy behavior. It is a way out of depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. It is time for us to base our worth on the fact that we are human, to cultivate a worth that persists even when life does not go as we hoped.
Some of your best motivation, some of your best inspiration might just come wrapped in sandpaper. Some of the best lessons and the best blessings might just come wrapped in an uncomfortable, difficult, unacceptable experience. Some of the things that have made our mothers and our grandmothers and will make us and will make our daughters the best version of themselves comes wrapped in a disappointment at times. Comes wrapped in a I'll show you. Comes wrapped in a, oh, wait a minute, hold on, you don't believe me? Let me give you evidence of who I am. Everything is fuel. Every single experience that you've had, every single moment that's on its way to you, every single thing is fuel. Your job is, will you use it to push you forward, or will you use it as reason to sit down? Your future is in your hands. There's many of things that we have to work on, many of things that we get to change, but every day when you get up, you get to choose the woman that you're gonna be that day.
A vision board is a collage of images, pictures, and affirmations of one's dreams and desires designed to serve as a source of inspiration and motivation and to use the law of attraction to attain these goals. Looking at these dreams and these affirmations on a daily basis, it would eventually change my life because I learned that change begins with yourself. It begins from within.
She's always there. She's always showing up. She has so much more in her than the world has even seen. She's just getting started. She is not about to just surprise people. She's about to blow their mind.
What would you find the courage to do if you knew you were worthy? What would you dare to dream if your self-worth wasn't at stake? What would you stop doing if you knew you were already worthy?
It begins with you. It completely begins and ends with you. Not what your parents want you to do, not what your superiors want you to do, but what you want to do. Now, these are important questions to ask yourself. How do you visualize your life? What do you wish to achieve in life? What inspires you? What motivates you? Because at the end of the day, before we even begin to achieve anything in life, we must first and foremost have the courage to dream and to visualize it. Now, I'm a huge believer that what we think on a daily basis, our thoughts, what we focus on, these are all things that help us to attain what we want in life. The ability to attain things based on what we're focused on. So in other words, if we're focusing on the good, then positivity will come. And if we focus on the bad, then negativity will come. Because the law of attraction is one of the most powerful laws in the universe because it is happening every single day. It's happening every single second. It is happening right now. We are all in control in creating our realities with each and every single one of our thoughts.
Are you willing? Are you willing to let your light shine so brightly that it might disrupt your neighbor? Are you willing? Are you willing to no longer dim your light so that others won't feel insecure in your presence? Are you willing to show up being the brilliant being you've always known yourself to be? 360 abundance. Are you willing? Are you willing to not be memorable and not be wonderful, but to become unforgettable? Are you willing to not let a speed bump become a stop sign? Are you willing to love again like you never got hurt? Are you willing, sis? Because she is amazing. She is everything. She is breathtaking. She is unforgettable.
This journey to unconditional self-worth is not always easy. The path is not straight or smooth, and you'll face setbacks. It takes courage to free yourself from the conditions you've placed on your worth. The process of forgiveness can be messy. It can be scary to accept ourselves as we are. Being there for ourselves can put us face to face with emotional pain. And connecting to others can make us feel vulnerable. This journey is beautiful and worth taking. On this journey, you will find strength. Be grounded in your humanity and know that you are worthy. So I challenge you to embrace yourselves and begin living from a place of worthiness, to find your metaphorical dance floor and move freely.
We don't have to learn how to dance around each other. This is the time where she, we, us get to learn how to dance together. This is when she gets to define her own rhythm. This is when she gets to sing her own song. This is when she doesn't have to worry about assimilating and fitting in. As a matter of fact, the more she stands out, the better it is.
Whatever change we wish to see in this world, it must always, always begin with us. Whenever we change, when our perspective changes, when our mindset changes, when our vision changes, everything changes. Our life changes. Visualize what it is that you want, and then go after it with everything that you have. Because if you can imagine it, then you can envision it. And if you can envision it, then you can create it. And that will lead to you becoming it.
You are the author of your autobiography. You are the designer of your destiny. Your pages of your next chapter are blank, and the pen can only be held by you. So what will your legacy say?